Hello. Here, let's shift you so you don't have to look at my laundry pile. I just got back from a walk. This morning, I jumped on the Zoom call. One of these days, more of you are going to be there. It's going to be awesome and amazing. I'm speaking into existence. I'm seeing it in my mind. If we need to tweak the time, let me know. I'm happy to do that because I know how much this has changed the game for me on my own journey. And I know that so many of you, if you tapped into this, it would really next level your own journey. Okay. So think about it, chew on that. But anyways, I got on the Zoom and then I did a few other things, did my workout. I did mobility today because I have a little kind of pulled muscle in my back. It's not bad. We're working through it, but I still wanted to honor my journey. And that's the thing I want to talk to you about. Two different things about honoring your journey, no matter where you're at, collecting your wins. It's a mindset. It is something that you will intentionally say, I worked in my garden, or I went for a walk, or whatever. Like any kind of movement is movement. You still get to count that. I don't want you to think that it has to look a certain way and it needs to be you following the exact calendar. That's not what this is. This is you owning your journey, being responsible, and what's the right word? Just owning it. Okay, just owning it, showing up for it. So I did that. And then I just kind of felt blah. So when I feel blah, I change my physical state, or I change the words in my head, or I do both. Today, I just decided to go for a walk. I sent a couple of you a text checking in just to kind of see where you're at and reminding you that I'm here always and forever. But yesterday I got an SOS text message, and it was funny because I was literally eating a cookie when I got it. And one of you was like, I need help, I'm struggling. And so we got on a call and we were talking it through, and I was like, why are you saying all these mean things about yourself? Why are you saying that you've messed up? Why are you saying your day is off track? I made a post about this yesterday about you can break your day into quadrants or even like eighths or something. So if you do go off track, which what the hell is off track, you guys? What is off track? Honestly, unless you're rolling around eating a bag of candy, it's not off track. This is just you living your life. And this is never an all or nothing journey. The second it becomes an all or nothing journey is the fast track to failure and shame and making it way more hard and complicated than it needs to be. At times, there are times where we do all or nothing, like the ultimate reset. That is an all or nothing situation. You go all in. If you're going to make that investment, that the time, the prep, why would you make it your own? Why would you half-ass it? Why would you tweak it? Okay. So that's why you have to be in a certain mindset to do that. But in general, with your journey, it's not an all or nothing situation. And so what if you had this idea in your head that every day was a quadrant, and maybe the first quarter of your day is great. And then you have lunch and you kind of eat maybe things that you were hoping you weren't going to. Maybe you eat more of something that you intended. And instead of allowing that to spiral and continue, you could just say, okay, that quadrant of my day, or that eighth of my day, however you want to break it up, I lived my life and I was a human, and now I can get back on track. We never have to wait. We never, ever have to wait for a brand new day, a brand new month, a brand new week. You doing that is just making excuses in your brain, yo. That's all it is. It's excuses in your brain. It's making all this drama around something that doesn't need to have drama. You can simply realign, and you don't have to realign at the second you get out of bed the next day. You can realign in the middle of it. You can realign with those bag of whatevers in your mouth and be like, oh, okay, I had a human moment. There's no shame. I don't need to go for an extra walk. I don't need to get more steps. I don't need to drink more water. I can simply ask myself why I am in this situation. Am I feeling really tired? Am I feeling super stressed? Am I procrastinating something? Am I overcomplicating something? For me, those are the things that tend to make me emotionally eat if I'm sad, or if I'm overwhelmed, or if I'm tired. I'm a big tired eater. So I think having some compassion towards yourself and knowing what it is that's triggering you is the first part of this, right? And then you just say, okay, all right. And then you literally change what you're doing. You change your behavior. You go for a little walk, or you drink some water. You step away from the refrigerator, okay? Just because you go off track, off plan, whatever that means, for a meal or half a day, it doesn't mean that the day is lost. It doesn't mean you should do anything differently other than you need just to realign, okay? So I'm asking yourself to have a little compassion towards yourself this week. I'm asking you to get more curious about your journey and just do the next right thing. Okay. Stop making this more hard than it needs to be. Stop complicating it. Stop making up all these bullshit rules. That's stupid. We don't need all these rules. Okay. You are here, an imperfect human, committed to the journey, committed to feeling better, committed to working on that next level version of yourself. And that's epic and amazing. So I want you to throw yourself a parade and be really proud and collect all your wins. And if you have that rough, bumpy moment, you hear my voice in your head and you're like, okay, I'm just going to give myself some grace. I'm going to step away from the situation and we're just going to go on to the next thing. Cool? Cool. So I went for a walk because I wanted to eat all the cookies. I actually took the cookie jar and I put it in a cupboard so I don't have to look at it. I've been having a few self-control issues and I could get all in my head about it and beat myself up, but that doesn't change the behavior. When does mean girling yourself or shaming yourself ever change your behavior? If you are like me, it just makes you spiral and dig and eat even more. So what if we tried something different? What if we took a different pivot? What if we realigned with some grace and we're like, okay, I was eating that because I was stressed about an unpaid bill or an interaction with a family member or XYZ. It's okay. It's okay. Okay. So I went for a walk. I changed the station in my brain. I'm going to sit outside and get grounded in the grass. I'm going to read a little personal development. I might even journal a bit. But that's where I'm at today. And I hope that wherever you're at, you choose to collect your wins because it is a choice. It is a choice, 100%. You can spin the crap out of anything. I can spin the crap out of anything. So if you're like, no way, I haven't been finding my wins, I double dog dare you to text me because we will totally spin it. And it's not spinning it in the sense we're manipulating the truth, but it's also a filter that you will get better at twisting a little so that you see the good in the prism. We can always find the bad. We can always find the bad. Sometimes we can find the good. Finding the good, I think, is a skill set. And I'm here to help you figure out how to do that on a daily. I want you to spin your journey. I want you to spin your journey, not so you can lie to yourself and enable bad behavior, but I also need you to start collecting your wins because if we don't believe we're worthy, if we don't believe we're capable, if we don't believe that we can do it, we will prove ourselves right over and over and over. See, I couldn't do it. See, I can't stay true. See, I can't stay committed. See, it takes me forever. What are you telling yourself? If it's not serving you, if it's not, in alignment with your next level self, then it's time to look for a different prism. It's time to start looking for proof and then taking the action. And I saw a post today about manifesting. Like, you can't manifest jack shit. You have to take action. It's really important to have positive words. And I listen to my vision every single day and I journal and I have a bunch of things that in place that I do like 89% of the time, but that's not enough. It's not enough to wish and hope and dream. If ifs and buts were candy and nuts, every day would be Christmas, right? We have to actually take the action. We actually have to do the uncomfortable stuff. We have to next level our lives. And it's not particularly always going to be fun or easy or sexy, but that's the reality of it. It's a gift. The rent is due every single day on our journeys. And it's not a have to or a should or an obligation. It's a gift, you guys. But it's only a gift if you flip the script and you choose to look at it through that prism. So that's my goal as your coach and your guide, is to help you find the bright prism so that you can collect your wins and you can compound that and you can build your belief and you can change your perspective. I am nowhere near the version of myself I was when I first came to this. I was mean. I was mean to myself. I was judgmental. I was harsh. I worked out for so many hours every single day. I held myself to this impossible standard, and none of it felt good. None of it felt good. And if it doesn't feel good, it's that much harder to do. So how can we reframe this so that you can collect your wins and you can choose to be proud and you can highlight the good, even in the middle of tricky or a challenge or whatever? There's always good to be found. There are always wins to collect. This is your journey. The rent is due every single day. So how are you going to show up? Are you going to get on the Zoom call? Are you going to plug into the BOD group? Are you going to text me back when I text you? I swear I don't just like texting for no reason. Like, I really do genuinely want to hear how your journey is going, where you're at. And if it's been a while and you haven't heard from me, I want to hear from you. Catch me up. What is the deal? What program are you doing? What nutrition are you doing? Or what book are you reading or listening to? Are you meditating? Are you cultivating play? Are you collecting your wins? Like, what are you doing? I want to know. I want to know, because sometimes I literally feel like I'm just talking to myself. And sometimes my own journey isn't epic and amazing. Sometimes I don't feel great in my skin and my nutrition is a dumpster fire. And then I'm like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? I'm over here talking to people who don't talk back. So talk back. Will you share your journey? Let me be a part of it. I already am. I'm over here. I'm cheering for you. I'm hype girling for you. If you let me in, I will cheer for you. But you own that part of plugging in. I need you to share your wins and your victories so that I can celebrate with you. I need you to look alive and do the next right thing, and to not give yourself this expiration date or this, it has to happen by this and such date. That's not what we're doing here. This is a life journey. I'm on a forever journey because I'm in my body as long as I'm in my body, and I want to love it and show up for it and move it, not just so I feel good, but so that I can be proud and I can live a healthy, fulfilling, excited, great life, so I can be a role model for my kids. And some days it's easier and some days it's not. Some days I want to sit around and eat all the cookies and watch all the TV. And, you know, we're here for balance. I don't think there ever has to be this journey of it's all or nothing, unless we're doing ultimate reset, which even that, I'm not going to say it's all or nothing, because there'll be certain parts of my life that I kind of put on the back burner for a bit, like exercise. I'm not going to prioritize exercise when I start my ultimate reset. I'm going to prioritize my nutrition. I'm going to prioritize calming my nervous system. I'm going to prioritize some mindset work, and that's okay. It can ebb and flow. It's not, doesn't have to be, you know, all the things all the time. We're not freaking robots, you guys. So give yourself grace, collect your wins, plug into the space, get in the middle of the bed. If you have finished a program, I want to hear about it. If you've gotten a badge recently that says, congratulations, you've done 25 or 50 or 100 or 200 workouts, I want to hear about it. I want to shout you out. I want to shout you out because when we shine the light on the good stuff, it's easier to keep showing up for that. Does that make sense? Like, we compound the things we focus on. So let's focus on the good. Let's focus on the wins. Let's focus on the momentum and the belief building and the getting in the middle of the bedding. All of these things matter. Okay? Okay, great talk. If you listen to this, I appreciate you. I'm super grateful for you. I know you're going to text me back. I know that you're just a busy person and it slipped your mind and you talk to me in your brain. I can feel it in my heart. I can feel it in my soul. So catch me up. Let us know how it's going. Today is the perfect day to realign, to recommit. Use that quadrant part thing. Like, you know, maybe you had a rough half of your morning. Doesn't mean the rest of the day needs to go to crap. You can be like, okay, I was a human and I'm going to give myself grace. I'm going to ask myself a couple questions around what happened, what triggered me, what was the buffering that happened there, and then just do the next right thing. That's what we do here, guys. We just do the next right thing. We trust the process. We're playing the long game, and we're choosing to believe in ourselves.